I just wanted seniors to know that they have until February 20th to renew their senior exemption. So seniors who have been getting a senior freeze or a senior citizens exemption should renew those exemptions now. Anyone who has turned 65 in 2012 should file for their first-time senior exemptions. And any new homeowners who purchased their home in 2011 should file for their 2012 homeowner exemptions. My office has these forms. We are also available to answer questions about these, and all of these forms can also be found on the Cook County Assessor's Office website. And also happening right now is we are open for appeals with the Cook County Assessor's Office through February 28th. My office is available to provide assistance, provide comparables, and decide the best way to file an appeal. We have those applications. Also, we are extending our office hours where we are seeing residents from 9 until 2, Monday through Friday through February 28th. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Fran. Any other visitors' remarks? Supervisors report. Very quickly, there are new Prevailing Wage Act rules for contractors and subcontractors. You have had them put your drawer. Please make your suggestions to them, and I'm going to have Ann also, because she was the one who went to the I think it was TAC or was it Toy seminar where this was kind of brought up.
Right.
So you know more about it. We can, you know, I can look at them and make suggestions. And we'll pass them on to you, and we'll put a letter together. Because all of these have to go out to all our contractors and subcontractors that we currently work with. The only ones that don't are owner-operator of a company, one-man company, which there aren't that many that we could use. That's my report. Trustees reports.
None.
None? Okay, Mental Health Board, it's in your packet. It's their finances and their, everything that they spent their money on, and their copies of what they're doing. Okay. Riverside, Cable Commission grant, intergovernmental agreement. I believe we basically approved their grant in November. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's right. There is the intergovernmental agreement. If anybody's got any concerns, let us know, or if you want me to send this to Richard Collins to review it.
That was what we had said we would do,
Yeah.
is it was subject to review and approval by our attorney.
Okay. Okay, next on the agenda is the 213-214 budget. If you want to review it, or we can hold a special meeting, and with the new rules, all we have to do is put it on our website, basically 48 hours and post what we'll be doing on the board. So, it's not going to cost us $350, $400, to put something in the paper. Would anybody want to make changes now, or would you want to wait for a special meeting?
I would suggest we do a special meeting.
Okay, because it could take a long time.
Right. Yeah,
Okay.
that way we can concentrate just on the budget.
And did we receive Fran's request for her budget?
Not yet, but we will. Correct, Fran? Now, St. Mary's, they're looking for St. Pat's, responded to do, I think it was in November, because that was the last meeting, that, the board wanted to find out what exactly the money would be spent for and stuff like that. They did not respond 2 times. So I suggest we put this on hold, or we table it.
This is for the annual fund, St. Mary's annual fundraiser?
It's the St. Pat's Day. They're looking for,
Well, I thought, it says here that they're looking for $100 for an
flat
ad banner,
donations.
or $100 for a program book.
Yeah,
That doesn't cover it? You're still looking for more information?
that's what the board wanted in November, from what I remember, because that's the last meeting I was at.
I think we wanted to know that
Or
ultimately,
December, rather.
excuse me, I think ultimately we wanted to know what they were using the funds for. Were they programs for children? Was it for construction at the school? Just what was it? And that would be
With
the
the money that
basis.
they're raising for St. Pat's? Okay.
Mhm.
So, what's your preference?
Well,
Keep emailing them, or just table it?
How much are they asking for?
$100. It's either for the ad banner or a program book, or both, I guess. But they don't tell you what this money is being used for, from the fundraiser.
I make a motion, we send them $100.
Do I hear a second?
For what? The ad banner or the program book?
Whatever they requested for the purpose of the ad banner, right.
All right. I'll second the motion.
Any questions or concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
Gaisman?
Yes.
Kibitsky?
Okay.
Ertler?
Yes?
DeCosmo?
Yes.
Supervisor Tusher?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, under new business, Fran, I wasn't here last month, and when time came around, I was in the hospital. Could not sign the checks for the assessor's office. Fran came as question, is there somebody else that can sign it? Now, I've talked to several people, and Elk Grove, they have two signatories. The supervisor always has to sign or stamp. And then either the clerk, highway commissioner, or I can't remember offhand who else, but there are 3 other people that can. And one has to be an original signature, the other can be a stamp. That's one way to go. The other way, I was talking with Lawrence, he says, Rich, you're in the hospital, I could have come over. If you were still breathing, could have helped you sign the checks and drop them off. I mean, so, what is your preference?
Well, it's my understanding that under the law, the only person that's authorized to sign checks on behalf of the township is the supervisor.
Right, but they have two signatories.
That doesn't make it right.
Okay, I'm just telling you what Elk
That
Grove
question's
does.
been asked many times in meetings.
So Elk Grove is breaking the law?
Well, they're not doing it right. According to everything I've ever heard in a conference or that I've read, it's the supervisor.
All right.
End of discussion.
Okay, but you're saying this is what you heard. Let's get it in writing.
No, it's in the law. You can.
It is in the law.
Absolutely.
What about the stamp thing? Do you have to put the stamp on, or?
Marge or somebody else can,
That's like having another signature.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'd go with the second
They have Lawrence
route.
drop it off.
Yeah. I mean, there aren't
And
many
if I'm-
times when
yeah.
this is going to happen.
Right, I mean, this is the first time in, I don't know, since I've been supervisor, they were 2
All right.
days late.
Now, we've kind of been through this before when we changed supervisors and everything, but God forbid, what should happen if the supervisor is totally incapacitated or dead? And it's.
Well, thanks, John.
I'm just. And it's payday. Nobody gets paid? There is nothing in the law
No.
that,
I think in that case, there is an interim appointed, and that person would get on the bank account and would
But
be
this-
And the
authorized
board
to
would
sign.
have to, like.
But that's
we
all
did
gonna take
when
time, and
allocated-
people are not gonna get paid. I mean, let's say, I mean, just as an example, Rich, okay?
I know, I was teasing you,
Nothing,
John.
nothing personal. What if he drops dead tonight? Who's gonna sign those checks tomorrow? Who's gonna get paid? Nobody.
Well, then you would hold,
Sure.
in my mind,
I'd
you'd
have an
hold a special
emergency
meeting,
meeting.
and you
And how long is that gonna take?
You appoint 48 hours.
I still would like to see, I don't know, I know you say it's in the law, but there has got to be some way that a second person can sign these checks if the supervisor.
See, but
You can't.
my main concern, somebody else signs these checks, how does the bank know? And my concern was when I went, and years ago, was it Mid-America, or was it, who took Mid-America Savings after them? But I couldn't sign anything, because Pat and Wayne were on the accounts.
Right.
Theoretically, Pat wasn't not theoretically, she was not supervisor, but theoretically, she could have come in, signed checks, and walked off, you know, and gone to Aruba or someplace with all the funds,
I understand.
you know.
I'm really surprised that it's in the law that only one person can sign these checks. I mean, that just doesn't happen anywhere else in business. There's always a second choice.
Well, you know, that's what, you know, Nancy Vanderveer was telling me, that's why you have a stamp, that's what they do. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, I'm just saying this is what they do.
All right, how do you go about changing the rules?
Talk to your congressman.
Go to the state, General Assembly and talk to them, propose
The
an
General
amendment.
Assembly is the one that.
Well, it's in Illinois, yeah.
That put the law in effect that only the township supervisor can sign checks?
Well, not this General Assembly, but
But
it's
I
an
mean,
Illinois law.
That's where it comes from, the General Assembly.
Sure.
right? But I bet you they have more than one signature on their checks.
Well,
I bet
it's
you they got a
been,
lot more than
Yeah.
we
I
have imagined.
bet you their paychecks are.
but this has been in effect for many, many years, so.
I'm not questioning that.
Yeah.
I just want to know what it would take to get this changed, because it can be very tough on people. If they're not getting paid, if the supervisor can't sign the check, they're out the money. Until somebody can come in, or he can come in, or somebody else is appointed to sign those checks, and they don't get paid. So I don't know.
I can talk to Richard, I can talk to Troy, okay? But as of right now, if I'm not available, Lawrence will come over to either the hospital or the house, or, you know, Aruba, but, you can travel.
So just for my clarification, what they do is they have a stamp and either the clerk or a highway commissioner signs the check? Is that how it works?
Yes. A commissioner can, supervisor has a stamp, and the commissioners, clerk, road commissioner, have a stamp. But you need one original, not a stamp.
Mm.
So,
Talk about a double standard. You know, you get any check from the state, any check, and they're all run off, and the signatures are on there. The comptroller and the state treasurer are on there, and they're not sitting there signing those checks.
Well, that
No,
may
And
be.
that's how these
It's all
guys get paid.
computerized.
It's all computerized. But the township, only the supervisor can do it. I would appreciate it if you would check with Cowan on this and see if there's any way, or what would need to be done to get another signature on the account.
What may be the case is if you have a stamp and the supervisor has authorized it, you know, by phone or something, if he's not available,
That someone else could
they
sign?
could use the stamp, not sign, but use the
They'll use the
stamp.
stamp, but he was saying they could use the stamp, but there needed to be an original signature on
yeah,
this.
but
That's
if
not right.
I don't have, if I'm not available to sign, let's say, the clerk has to sign it, and then they have to use my stamp. You know.
Well, let's find out.
That stamp
Yeah.
has to be
All right, let's
secured
talk
and
to our
locked
attorney
away
and
so
find
Yeah,
that
well,
nobody
yeah.
can
Find out
get
what
into
can be
it.
done so we're not,
Right.
so we don't run into this problem again.
Okay. Troy has registration for the 31st Annual Township Topics Day in Springfield. It's in your packet, fill it out, drop it off on Marge's desk so we know who wants to go. Okay? Lions Club on chicken dinner placement, yeah. We've always bought the larger one for, I think it's $100.
$100.
Do I hear a motion that we, put the ad, placements?
I'll make a motion that we buy the ad or grant the ad to the Lions Club for $100 on placement for the chicken dinner.
Do I
Second.
hear a second?
Second.
Questions or concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
Trustee Ertler?
Yes.
Trustee DeCosolo?
Yes.
Trustee Giesman?
Yes.
Trustee Kavitsky?
Yes.
Supervisor Tusher?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, Anderson Elevator has a proposal for testing the elevator. The reason it's in here is because of the new law for prevailing wage act. After we put a letter together, I will, send this with the letter and the prevailing wage again to them so they know what has to be paid in the letter that we put together under the new laws. Does that sound agreeable with everybody? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
They don't seem to know whether our test has expired or about to expire.
Right.
That first sentence.
I think this is a cookie cutter letter they sent.
Yeah.
They just put our name on the top.
Well, I'm complaining about the cookie cutter letter. I mean, they ought to know whether it's expired or it's not, but go ahead.
I agree with Wayne.
Okay. Grants, okay, people care. Last year, we gave them $9,000. But this year, they're asking for $10,000. What, does anybody have anything to say?
Well, just an initial comment. In the town programs line item, we have approximately $25,000 to work
Right.
with here.
So, we could, that's a lot of money and leaving us until what? April 1st?
Right, till we have the new budget.
Yeah, so.
This is it. I mean, this is
Yeah.
the last month we'll be
We're,
doing grants until the new
we're getting
budget.
down to the nitty gritty right now.
Yep.
So I suggest we table this until the next, grant session, which would be in
August,
May.
May. Just a quick question, I'm looking at 2008 here, we granted them only 7,000. Why was it so low in 2008?
That's probably, maybe we were taking money, I don't remember.
Or that's what they asked for.
Pardon me?
Or that's what they asked for.
Yeah.
That would seem kind of strange, because it's 8,500 before and after,
Yeah.
so.
No.
Okay.
You'll let them know, Rich?
American Cancer Society grant. They are asking for 2,000. Like Ann said, we're getting down to nitty gritty.
Last year we gave them 1,500.
Well, in January, we approved 1,500, so that, I don't know how, it kind of got mixed up in here, but if you
Oh.
look at the minutes, we approved 1,500 in January.
Okay.
Well, we can move on.
So that check must have already gone to them.
I don't know. Yeah, I think it is in the warrants.
Oh,
I think it is in the warrants today. If it isn't, it was approved, because it's in the minutes. Yeah, on page 2.
Okay.
Look at page 2.
Is it in there?
Page,
Okay, all right.
page 2, item B, under new business.
Okay, how's the junior high Cougar event? They're looking for a grant for $1,500. This is a great program for the kids.
Right, I make a motion, we give them $1,500.
I'll second,
Grant them $1,500.
grant them. I'll second the motion, although I don't see this anywhere else in our grants. Is this Cougar thing something new?
Oh, it's the, no, it's the.
Is it always Pride?
It was Pride.
Yeah.
It's changed. Okay, all right. Okay, I'll second the motion.
No. John, you
John,
seconded
you
it.
second?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I apologize.
Any questions, concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
Trustee Kavitsky?
Yes.
Trustee Giesman?
Yes.
Trustee DeCosolo?
Yes.
Trustee Ertler?
Yes.
Supervisor Tusher?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, the next grant, again, the Village of Brookfield for their, gazebo. It's a lot of money they're asking for, we don't have it. I suggest we table it. Because I did, back when this first came across a long time ago, because we tabled it several times. I told them, late, we've been going mostly for police and fire stuff, you know, some kids stuff, you know, protection of the
Well,
kids.
our funds are getting low too, right?
Exactly.
All right, now, are you gonna notify them that we're tabling this and?
They don't even know that, no, it was tabled last time, okay? I told them we tabled it and have not heard anything back from Rick.
All right, did you ever give them any indication that, you know, that maybe we will approve this in our next fiscal budget, or no?
No.
You know,
Can I make a comment about
Sure.
this? I have some concern about this too, because this is for construction. And with those prevailing wage rules and getting certified payrolls, that could put us in a position where we would need to request those for the project, and this project is far bigger than $15,000.
Right, and it's what, 250, 225,000, something like that?
Well, 550.
Oh.
So, I mean, it creates an obligation on us that,
Well, no, we just say, hey, this is what we need if you want the grant, this is what you have to do, you know. And more than likely, you know, they're gonna go back to the contractors, in my mind anyway, saying, yeah.
well, they'd have to do it for somebody. I
Yeah.
mean, they'd have to give it to the village and whoever else.
If the village is even doing it, that's just it.
Oh.
Who knows what, you know, we could be the only ones doing this. Which would be illegal for them not to do it. Okay. Riverside Public Library grant, they are looking for $400 for paperback and board books and for their summer reading program. Do you want-
I'll make a motion that we purchase the paperback books and board books for the Riverside Public Library in the amount of $400 for the summer reading program.
Second the motion.
Any questions, concerns? Hearing none. Roll call.
Trustee Ertler?
Yes.
Trustee DeCosolo?
Yes.
Trustee Kavitsky?
Yes.
Trustee Giesman?
Yes.
Supervisor Tusher?
Yes.
Motion carried.
North Riverside Public Library grant for senior drop-in grant. and they're looking for, $298.20.
This was a duplication too. This amount was paid in January.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it was paid in January, refresh my memory on this though. Did we pay the caterers, or did
We
we?
reimbursed,
We reimbursed Lipka.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Village of Riverside Parks and Recreation Grant, they're looking for $5,200 for a safer fence area where they're gonna be playing, I think it's soccer. And it's a safety issue over there. But, you know, it sounds good, it sounds nice, if we have the money, and we do have some, you know, it's stretching it close. But I remember sometime back when we did the big ballpark with the new playground equipment, there were concerns saying, what, that's the Village of Riverside's property and their toys and stuff, you know. So, you know, this is up to the board, you know, what do you think?
We would need a recipient other than the Village of Riverside now.
Do All Fence, Inc.
What is it?
Do All Fence Incorporated is where they're purchasing this stuff.
Unless we enter into an intergovernmental agreement with them.
This would also fall under a project what Ann was saying too, I believe, where you'd need the payroll and all that, wouldn't it?
Yes. Right, Ann?
Well, I mean, if you were just purchasing it and not purchasing it and installing it, then you might have, you know,
I think this
two different
proposal is for
issues.
purchase and installation, isn't it? Is there a representative here, please?
Yes.
Hard to tell from this.
My name is Ron Melchiotti. I'm the Director of Parks and Recreation for the Village of Riverside. It would be for supplies and install. This company, we've used it before, and they do pay prevailing wage. We'd be happy to provide documentation.
And the new prevailing wage where they got to show,
Yes, sir.
okay? And as soon as we get that letter, we can forward that out to you if the board approves this, right?
Okay.
If the board approves it.
Yes.
Okay, exactly what you have to ask. This is something new to us and to everybody. And it's becoming already a problem. So what's the board's recommendation?
I would have to say if we're gonna improve one park, we need to look back at doing something for the other park also,
You mean Brookfield?
or we don't do any of them.
Anybody else has got any concerns?
Did any of these other suburbs in the township request anything for their parks and stuff? I know we bought all those
We have-
picnic benches for Brookfield.
We have in the past, and it was brought up by a trustee that maintaining parks is sole responsibility of the villages themselves.
Okay, but was that after we did all these other purchases for these suburbs?
Yes, we did. We had done them before, and then it was brought up.
But the village is part of the township, I mean, we're doing this for everybody here.
Yeah, but they, I think, play the devil's advocate. They tax the people for the parks, the recreations, the streets, the whatever. Why should, we don't own any property.
No, I
Not one
understand,
single bit of property. We don't even own the property this building sits on.
I understand that, but everybody's taxed for the police and fire and everything else too, and we buy
Yeah.
them things.
Right.
So. All right, let's see if
Okay.
this flies. I'll make the motion that we grant or purchase the necessary equipment from the Do-All Fence Company for the Village of Riverside in the amount of $5,200. I'll make the motion.
Do I hear a second? No second? Hearing no second, it is down.
Okay, I made the motion.
Riverside Chamber of Commerce grant. They're asking for $1,050 for the porta potties at their June, July, August, and September's partial. What is the board, do I hear a motion to accept?
First of all, have they been giving us recognition on these grants?
Not a heck of a lot. I can't even remember, have we ever gotten even a thank you from them?
I don't know.
I thought the last
I
time
don't
we bought
recall.
these porta potties that we were gonna tell them we'd like Riverside.
We
Township.
did, we did.
Yeah, and not on the inside of the porta potty.
Especially when you sit down, right?
Yeah.
So, what's the board's?
I think it's a very useful and I think it's a good grant. I make a motion, did you make a motion?
No, I did not. Go ahead.
I make a motion, we grant them $1,050 as requested.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second the motion.
Questions, concerns?
Well, I think you want to clarify that it would not be payable to the chamber, but rather
Right,
the purchase
Oh, yeah,
through
this is what we
Twilight.
do every year, all the time.
Right, and I think when we notify them of that, to make sure that they do give this township some recognition. And not just
My-
thank you, or whatever.
My question is, because we're running tight on money, I wonder if we could just give them half of that. That's my thinking. Because I know the chamber runs a lot of events. You know, they run more events than I can think of, but, that's my thinking. You know, since times are tough for us with it coming down to the wire on money.
Is this gonna make or break us, $500 or $525, or?
Well, 25, how much have we granted already tonight? Probably around 5,000 already tonight. So that brings us down to 20.
20,000? Yeah, but our budget is up March 31st, right?
Right.
Actually, their grant request application, I believe, is actually incorrect for how much we gave them last year also. Theirs is showing $450, that's what we gave them for the magic show, not including the porta potties that we
You're right.
purchased
They
previously.
got-
You're right.
So it's actually not even listed in here, how much we gave them last year total.
How much did we?
250,
Well, did all-
500.
They have it listed in 2011, 450, 550, and
Yeah,
250.
we also did
We
the
should
porta
know.
potties
We did all.
last year,
It's
and
the
that's
same
not
amount.
even listed on our grant
Well,
sheet.
see, the magic show,
So, we
we
sponsor it.
we sponsor it.
We
So that
sponsor
would come out
it
of the,
through the Chamber of Commerce, though.
we write the check directly to the institution.
And we're gonna be writing a check directly to the
You know, Twilight.
Twilight Party Rental.
Right.
All my point is we sponsor a lot for the Riverside Chamber of Commerce,
Yes, we do.
and it's not properly listed on their application.
Okay.
I would prefer to have this tabled and have them resubmit their application with a true amount of what we have sponsored for the chamber from last year.
Okay.
Let's-
For this.
I would like it itemized, quite honestly.
But Matt,
Yeah.
are you talking about this down
Yeah.
here? Because I think Andrew does that.
Whoever does it, then I think we need the proper itemization from 2012.
Well, if Andrew does it, then it's our fault that it isn't on there.
Right.
Right.
But whoever, he
Whoever
wants
makes the
it
application of these amounts, it needs
clarification.
to be corrected, please. And And then
Wayne?
then we can.
Let's
revisit.
vote on the motion that's.
Right,
been
there's a motion
submitted.
on the floor.
Okay, now everybody's got their questions, concerns out of the way.
Yes, I'm good.
Roll call.
Giesman,
Yes.
Kibitsky,
No,
Ertler,
Yes.
DeCosmo,
No.
Supervisor Tusher.
No.
Motion not carried.
I think we should do what Matt's suggesting and
I was
Yeah.
making that note.
all the
right now.
details down here for
I'd be
next
more than
month.
happy to revisit it once we
Yeah.
have how much we paid out.
And then we, we put it into next month's.
Right.
Although, next month's not the next grant period,
No,
but we'll
that's
put
fine.
it into
I
next
have no
month.
problem with that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Riverside Arts Weekend grant for $2,500. Looks like we've been giving $700 from 11 and 12. Is that correct, Jean?
That's correct, thank you. And
I'm here to speak to,
Oh,
answer any questions
Didn't even see
here.
you over there. I'm not used to this.
I know. My name is Barbara Sistek-Bauer, and I'm working on the Riverside Arts Fair Weekend Committee, the management committee of that. So, yes, we are asking for $2,500 this year.
How come it's
We,
jumped so much?
we are growing this arts fair to include more activities, more performances. The Children's Community Art Fair projects is going to grow into a community art project. So you can see it's been very successful in the past. We've had, the children's art is still on display in the library. We want to grow that. We want to grow the performances. We're going to have paid performances coming in this year, and we are subsidizing new artists that wouldn't necessarily exhibit at this art fair. Maybe they're more urban or more edgy, but to bring more of a unique experience to this arts fair. We're going to be ramping up our advertising and PR programs so that we get people from all over the area to come in to Riverside Township to take part in this event and to have us all be enriched by this experience.
When is this?
This is on May 18th and 19th.
So you're essentially asking for a premier sponsor.
Is that what the?
That's what $2,500 is.
That's what we're asking for, and, then for that, besides all the, the benefits to the township, we also are planning on having you on the posters, on the postcards, on the banners, on all of our advertising. You would be the premier sponsor.
How many other sponsors do you get? Quite a few, or just? you
We have
working
other
on that?
sponsors. We have other sponsors, but I don't know exactly how many. Maybe Jean knows how many.
I don't know I'm so well trained.
Don't ask me, ask Cable 6.
I have to go up here. Yeah, we're still talking to people, obviously, for 2013, but we have sponsorships from a little bit from the chamber, from the zoo, from individuals, from Riverside Women's Juniors charity, from other organizations in town. I'm sorry.
The Art Center.
Yeah, from the Art Center. They do their own fundraiser that weekend, so it's a total arts festival. So yeah, so we do. We're able to raise money from other organizations in town too. I'm sorry, Wayne. Yeah.
What is the total of these grant requests that you're seeking? You mean the total overall picture?
The budget?
Yes.
The budget's I didn't bring the documentation, so forgive me. The budget's a little over $25,000.
In the past, we sponsored the children's art area in the amount of $700, and I do see you still have that this year, the children's art area underwriting in the amount of $700.
We do, and it turns out that the Riverside Arts Center And some of the artists in town who are doing this, and a lot of groups are involved in this, the library also want to expand it to, you. First of all, let me thank you. The art that's been done in the past was great. I don't know how many of you made it to the library to look at the art actually the kids' art from last year was on exhibit there most of the year. So that worked out very well. This year, the idea is to make it more of a community art project so that adults can get involved as well. Certainly with a focus on kids, because that's what hands-on art is. So you can come and make art.
When it's complete, does someone make a financial report showing?
Oh, yeah, we're a 501c3, so we have to do that, and I'm a little anal about that, so I keep track of that. Excuse my English, but I do keep track of all the dollars that are spent.
If we approve it, I'd like to see that report.
Sure, at the end of the year when we're all done, to see how it works? Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay.
I'd like to make a motion that we underwrite the Raw Weekend, $700 to the children's art area underwriting to be taken from the youth programs, and $700 toward musical performance underwriting or theater underwriting to come from town programs.
Town, 700.
I second.
700. And do I hear a second?
I second.
Any questions, concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
Trustee Ertler?
Yes.
Trustee Giesman?
Yes.
Trustee Kibitsky?
Yes.
Trustee DeCassola?
Yes.
Supervisor Tusher?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank you all very much. You won't be disappointed, and I will make sure I turn in the financial report. And I would like you all to come out and build art with us. So thank you.
Are you selling those baskets again?
Yeah.
That you always twist my arm on?
Yes, we have special, it works. Yes, we do have, one way we raise money is through a raffle. Yeah, so we will be doing that as well. Come and buy art. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Riverside Little League grant for $300.
I'll make a motion we sponsor a Riverside Little League team in the amount of $300.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Questions, concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
Giesman?
Yes.
Kibitsky?
Yes.
Ertler?
Yes.
DeCassola?
Yes.
Supervisor Tusher?
Yes.
Motion carried.
North Riverside Little League.
I make a motion we grant North Riverside Little League $450.
Second motion.
Any questions, concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
Trustee Ertler?
Yes.
Trustee DeCassola?
Yes.
Trustee Kibitsky?
Yes.
Trustee Giesman?
Yes.
Supervisor Tusher?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay. And under your FYI, it's self-explanatory, you got a memo about Open Meetings Act, Aging Care Connections, celebrating Seniors Week, and RV School Booster Golf Outing.
Rich, on this one from Colin,
Yes.
make sure Andrew sees that. Unless he already has.
He probably has. RV, anybody got questions about this golf outing for RV boosters, is it again? Yeah. I know we did bought a ticket last year, but this is coming up, we haven't heard, anything yet. It's coming up June, so expect to see something, I think. Okay. Any visitors' remarks, further ones? No? Approval of warrants.
Want me to go ahead?
Please, Ann.
I have a motion that the board approve and ratify payment of the bills identified on the general warrant February 2013 in the amount of $11,492.28 as presented to the board this 12th day of February 2013.
Second the motion.
Any questions, concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
Trustee DeCassola?
Yes.
Trustee Giesman?
Yes.
Trustee Ertler?
Yes.
Trustee Kibitsky?
Yes.
Supervisor Tusher?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next, I have a motion that the board ratify and approve payment of the amounts indicated on the following warrants. Utility warrant, February 2013, in the amount of $2,923.68. Payroll warrant, February 2013, in the amount of $14,684.87. Health warrant, February 2013, in the amount of $1,566.21. Monthly filings, February 2013, in the amount of $9,674.24. Grants, February 2013, in the amount of $3,300. General assistance warrant, February 2013, in the amount of $6,300. And Township radio players warrant, February 2013, in the amount of $60. All of the above is presented to the board this 12th day of February 2013.
Second the motion.
Questions, concerns? Hearing none, roll call.
Trustee Giesman?
Yes.
Trustee DeCassola?
Yes.
Trustee Ertler?
Yes.
Trustee Kibitsky?
Yes.
Supervisor Tusher?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Comments by me, supervisors, comments and reviews. We should be looking, everybody start giving dates for the special meeting for the, budget. Dates we can make it, and I'll email everybody with certain dates, and everybody, after somebody comes in and gives me several dates, so.
So Tuesdays and Thursdays are usually the best dates, I guess, for everybody. So,
Check your calendar.
yeah.
Okay,
I make a motion that we adjourn.
Second the motion.
any questions, concerns? Hearing none.
Wait a minute, I have a concern about sorry.
You want to go longer, right, Jen? Another 5 hours.
That's okay.
We got to vote on it.
Roll
All in
call.
favor?
No, all in favor.
Aye.
Aye.
I'm used to saying roll call. You know. Okay.
Those meetings was longer than last month.
Pardon me?
Longer than last month's meeting.